Hey, welcome back to Happy Little Notaries. It is a joy to be alive today. Well, I mean, it's been raining here in California, so that's always nice. Have mudslides, all those things. But how's your day going? I'd love to hear and learn and know more about the things that you guys have going on and what more you want to learn about or want to see me try to do. So leave those comments down below. But anyways, working on reconfiguring one layer node tree, mostly to do like the 3 minute, like to do 3 minute grades of really just dropping in and working on my daily practice where pick a random image from the look dev folder and have a very limited tool set to kind of just be creative, think about the image in a different way. And try to make something fun and work with the tools differently, but both doing it with like and started with no nodes, but also like here's how I would normally have structured my one layer tree before. I've shifted kind of to using layers where you can see this half over here would be on the third layer, this section in the middle is the second layer, and this section over here is the first layer of the 3 layered node stack. So it's nice, it's cleaner, it's easier to read and see. But pretty much this is the look dev section, this is the shot level exposure section, and this is the make things fancy with power windows section and alternate tools. But yeah, just kind of restructuring that and then needing to figure out do I want, what tools like diagnostics do I want built in to it. I think just skin. I don't think enough race against time to build a grade that I'm going to want clipping or this one. So we can just take those two out right there. And then, yeah, we have OpenDRT as our out right now for it. Kind of think that should start turned off so that you have to address this first. How are we getting color to the display? But there is a DRT that this is beta 39. I need to upgrade. So OpenDRT has a stick shift version now. So if you download it and then go into the code, you can open up every parameter that exists in the world for shaping your image. And this is like the DRT to end all DRTs. And very thankful to Jed Smith for freely making this available. But you can see how it's shaping. It's fascinating the amount of control you have to tweaking just the red channel and then going down into the value for R and which I think is strength. There's a whole explanation, but you can shift the hue. You can shift the hue range. So if we're just looking at the blue and just how the sky rolls off, and you get into the craziness of being able to do hue shifts on alternate channels of cyan, magenta, yellow. Yeah, I need to update. I need to get back at playing around with this because it is fun to be able to make those micro shifts to how your look is. Like if you see, yeah, let's see if bring up big scopes. Oh dear, most of these are here. But yeah, you can see how on the scopes, just being able to control everything. It's so much fun. It's called stick shift. But I also do like Tesseract is the other one that I am a big fan of, and I don't think it's like perfect, and that's fine. Like I don't need perfect in my life. What I need, oops, I did that wrong. Wrong DRT shift. No wonder it was harder to find. Dum-dum. I like how Tesseract, which is another Jed Smith creation, and I know it's not as perfect or wonderful as OpenDRT. And then I've been really liking the this curves tool for mononodes, just in terms of how easy it is to really shape what's going into your DRT and kind of just tweak it. I feel like it gives, if done right, it gives a really nice filmic response in terms of being able to get your blue channel to stand up high and then flatten out faster than everything else, especially as it shapes up at the top end. And there is something about, like, I have thought about being like, this is my blah blah, and making this be a power rate of how this split works so that I don't have to, as a preset, pretty much. And I almost did that, and then I caught myself and I said, no, not going to do that. I'm not going to make this into a power grade. I want to come into this on a fresh grade when I'm starting to do the look dev blank. Reset. I want to bring up the curves. I want to look at it. I want to look at the images, the source, the reference images that I have, and kind of just go, where am I going to take this image? What am I going to do with it? And work with it from scratch, so that every time that I am working these parameters around, it's unique. It's never going to be the same. I'm never going to remember, unless I go look at an old grade and an old still from an old grade. This look is going to be, these rotation, these pull-offs at the low end and the high end will just be forever unique. But what I really like compared to, so if we turn that off right now, the other one, there is a split toning built into Contour, and you can do split tones, and this is nice for being quick, and you can pick and see your hue and things like that. But what you see on the curves is you can bend and do subtractive low, which gives you a little bump up and down, and subtractive high gives you the bump up and down. But once it's locked in, you can also do peak divergence and things like that, and pivot and change where that middle neutral width, all these fun things. You can even use a sat mask to drop it off on sat, which that's fun. But there is this feature that as you dial in your hue, it's just picking a hue. And it's pretty static in terms of once the hue's set, you can't really change much. And I'll sometimes do a split curve here and then come back over into here, because look what we have down here in the low end. We have a crossover where we can actually, not only we have a neutral point in the middle, but we also have a neutral point down here where this is our black, but then it tips back another way, which I just feel, especially when I've looked at spectral sensitivity charts for film, the rise of blue and then cresting over and being eclipsed by green and red. Red tends to have a slower curve, and being able to dial that in where you can have that multiple points of crossover and neutrality is something that I really like about this tool compared to the built-in split tone version and it's just a lot more controllable, a lot more easy to see what you're doing than custom curves or anything like that. So anyways, if you enjoyed that little deep dive and thinking about this long excursion, hey, hit that like button, watch another video. I'm gonna drink some coffee, and yeah, reset this and see where it goes. But yeah, this is an extremely powerful look dev tool that I don't think gets enough or is known. Like, yeah, that crossover all the way to the tip top. You can see that on the RAM. And then we can boost it. Feed that into Tesseract. Anyways, I'm out. Later.